بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونستهديه ونعوذ بالله من شرور انفسنا ومن سيئات اعمالنا. من يهد الله فهو المهتد ومن يضلل فلا تجد له وليا مرشدا واشهد ان لا اله الا الله وحده لا شريك له واشهد ان محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله وسلم عليه تسليما كثيرا الى يوم الدين ثم اما بعد. Brothers and sisters in Islam, Islam is a religion that aims to ascertain, uplift, and sustain the honor and dignity of man, as man is Allah's vicegerent on earth. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Quran, إِنِّي جَاعِلٌ فِي الْأَرْضِ خَلِيفَةً, that I will make, or indeed I will make upon earth authority or successive authority or a vicegerent. So man is the Khalifa of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on earth, and Allah has subjected everything to this man. Everything on earth is to this man. هو الذي خلق لكم ما في الأرض جميعا. He it is who created for you all that on earth. يا ابن آدم, as comes in the hadith al-Qudusi, يا ابن آدم خلقت كل شيء لأجلك وخلقتك لأجلي. Oh, the son of Adam, I've created everything for you, everything on earth to serve you, and you to serve me, to serve Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So on earth, all that we see on earth is for men, even the land. Now we know there are visas and borders and whatever, but the land is for men, because the land belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You don't own the land. You can say this is my country or this, but you don't own it. It's for Allah, even if it's your country, but it is for Allah. As it comes in the Quran, Ardullah, the land of Allah. Also the languages, all the languages have been created by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. All the languages. Arabic, English, Berber, French, Amharic, any language has been created by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. All the languages. So you don't own the language. You can say it's my language, but you don't own it. So everything on earth is for men. As they say, the terrestrial component have been created for the purpose of accommodating and facilitating the fulfillment of man's noble mission on earth, the mission of vicegerency. And when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created Adam with his hand, and if you want to know what's the meaning of his hand, you just need to go to the tafsir, where you can find, the explanations of his hand. Allah created Adam with his hand, and also breathed into him the soul which he created, and Adam was bestowed with life, knowledge, and the power of understanding. The Malaika, or the angels, the most sublime and infallible creatures of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, were summoned to witness the final divine act of creation. And upon his completion, they were asked to prostrate themselves before Adam alayhi salam. In addition, on top of that, علم آدم الأسماء كلها. Allah taught Adam the names, all of them. Some of the ulama, they say the names of things that we have in now. The things which we have now, like cell phones and cars, and the things which were invented recently, Allah who taught Adam the names of them, the languages and everything. And on top of that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the ayah, لَقَدْ خَلَقْنَا الْإِنسَانَ فِي أَحْسَنِ تَقْوِيمٍ. Indeed, we have created man in the best of molds. But what is the purpose of all these virtues? The sublime of these is the ayah where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَلَقَدْ كَرَّمْنَا بَنِي آدَمَ. We have indeed honored the children of Adam. وَحَمَلْنَاهُمْ فِي الْبَرِّ وَالْبَحْرِ. And we have carried them on land and sea. وَرَزَقْنَاهُمْ مِنَ الطَّيِّبَاتِ. And we have provided them with طيبات, with the halal, the good halal or all good things. وَفَضَّلْنَاهُمْ عَلَى كَثِيرٍ مِّمَّنْ خَلَقْنَا تَفْضِيلًا. And we have preferred them to many of those whom we have created with marked preferment. So Islam, as I said, Islam is a religion that preserves the honor and dignity of man since Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, since He created the heavens and the earth, as in the deen in Allah Islam, that the religion with Allah is Islam. Nuh alayhi salam came with Islam. Ibrahim alayhi salam came with Islam. Kana Hanifan, Muslima, wholly devoted to Allah, and he was a Muslim. So all the prophets, they came with Islam, and Islam comes to preserve the honor and the dignity of man. Islam, as we know, the legislations of Islam, as we have in Islam, the ultimate objective of Islam, as we have it, the Khamsu Maqasid, Maqasid al-Shari'at al-Khams, which we call it in English, the 5 major goals of Sharia, the 5 major goals of the legislation of Islam. There are 5. To preserve the dignity and the honor of a man. There are 5. First of all, Hifz al-Din, the protection of sound religion. Secondly, Hifz al-Nafs, to protect life. And Hifz al-Nasl, to protect family and lineage. And Hifz al-Mal, to protect the personal and the communal wealth. And also, which is our subject today, the protection of sanity and intellect. Very important. The protection of sanity and intellect. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did not make alcohol and intoxicants haram because He didn't want us to enjoy ourselves. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made these things haram. I'm talking about alcohol or any substance. All these intoxicants. He made them haram because of the harm they have or the harm they contain. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the ayah, إِنَّمَا الْخَمْرُ وَالْمَيْسِرُ, that khamr, the alcohol drink, and a gambling is rijsun min amal shaitan, abomination of shaitan's handiwork. فَاجْتَنِبُوهُ, stay away from it. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in another ayah, قُلْ فِيهِمَا إِثْمٌ كَبِيرٌ يَسْأَلُونَكَ عَنِ الْخَمْرِ وَالْمَيْسِرِ قُلْ فِيهِمَا إِثْمٌ كَبِيرٌ أو إِثْمٌ كَثِيرٌ. Another way, that they ask you, O Muhammad, concerning gambling and intoxicants, the alcohol drink. Say, O Muhammad, قُلْ فِيهِمَا إِثْمٌ كَبِيرٌ, in them there is a greater or a great sin. وَمَنَافِعُ لِلنَّاسِ, and some benefits for people. But إِثْمُهُمَا أَكْبَرُ مِنْ نَفْعِهِمَا, their sin is much greater than the benefits. Their sin is much greater than the benefits, which is why the Prophet ﷺ said, كُلُّ مُسْكِرٍ خَمْرٍ وَكُلُّ خَمْرٍ حَرَامٍ. When I say any type of intoxicant is haram. كُلُّ مُسْكِرٍ خَمْرٍ, every intoxicant is khamr, is wine, and every wine is haram. Some people, they would like, now when we are living in a time where they change names of evil acts. Now khamr or intoxicant alcohol, they call it spirits, to make it sound like innocent. Spirits or refreshments. I'm going to refresh myself. Now they call zina, changing names. Prophet ﷺ said in the hadith that يُسَمُّونَهَا بِغَيْرِ إِسْمِهَا, they give it another name. They give all these acts of evil, they give them another names. He said to Prophet ﷺ, they change the names. Now when they call zina and fornication, they call it a relationship. Or you can find some Muslims where they say, oh, I was in a relationship with, oh no, we're in a zina, brother. We're not in a relationship. In Islam, we have two options. We have two things. It's not an option, but you have one option, but you have two things. Either you are in marriage, zawaj, marriage, halal, or you are in a zina. Don't tell me I was in a relationship. Now they change names, even the aberration. Now the trial of our time, the homosexuality. Now they are promoting the homosexuality, and unfortunately, we are talking about this in the masjid. But no harm, even Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talked about it in the Quran. Now they call the aberration and homosexuality, they call it freedom, and love is love. And some people they think that they are thinking about the freedom. Wallahi, nobody thinks about the freedom. Their target is to destroy the communities. As in the book, in the Soft of Power, he said, you have to work on the coming, the coming generations. Now they work on the coming generations. They are not working on us. They're spreading this homosexuality. They're not targeting us, but they're targeting the coming generation. And they call it's a freedom. When you see somebody who's drinking poison, would you say it's a freedom? Oh, my body. No, man. That's harm. That's harmful. You can't say it's a freedom. And they say, oh, Islam is homophobic. Yes, Islam is homophobic. Oh, you don't like us. Not we don't like you, but we don't like what you're doing. Islam hates us. Islam doesn't hate you. Islam hates what you're doing. And they say, no, it's a freedom. What freedom are you talking about? Changing names of everything. Homosexuality, they call it freedom, and love is love, and whatever. And especially this message to the parents, or they say, oh, I have no time to educate my children about this. You have to put in mind that there are people who are spending their time and their efforts to correct your children. There are people they have time to correct your children. They spend a lot of money to correct your children. Don't tell me I have no time, I'm busy. This is a trial of our time. So as I said, they are changing names to make them sound innocent. Now they change names, like for example the singers, subhanallah. Even their name starts with sin. Sin gainers, actually, not singers. Singers or sing about the adultery and fornication, fahisha, and sing about drugs. They call him an artist. Those YouTubers and TikTokers who spread, the immorality, they call them influencers. Trying to change things, trying to change the behaviors of the community and the behaviors of the world, of the people in the world. So, one of the greatest blessings that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has bestowed on man is intellect. And consuming the consumption of alcohol or anything similar clouds the intelligence. It clouds the intellect of people and makes the process of distinguishing between halal and haram, between good and bad, difficult. And as a Muslim, you need your rational thought. You need your intellect with you to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did not make, as I mentioned, did not make alcohol and intoxicants haram because, He wants to deprive us from enjoyment. We all know the harms of alcohol, the harms of the intoxicants. We all know. It's very well known by people. You can just go to the hospitals, especially, in the weekends. You go to the hospitals, see how many cases of the death and the wounded, not only wounded, but fatally wounded because driving under the influence of alcohol. See how many crimes were committed because of alcohol. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made it haram because of the harm. And so many things, not only alcohol, but anything that is addictive, it's haram. Anything that's addictive and cause harm to your body is haram. No matter what. And when you are addicted to anything, then now you become a slave to that thing. You become a slave to the substance. You can kill for, you can rob for, you can do anything just to get it. So, unfortunately, as I said, that we are living in a world of a binary system. We are living in a world with a duality of standards. As we saw last time, last week or 2 weeks back, We saw the submarine, those people on the submarine when they went to see the wreckage of the Titanic, and you see how many people, the rescue units and the helicopters, searching, looking for them. While a week before that incident happened, a boat of immigrants from Africa, the boat sank in the Mediterranean Sea, but nobody cared about it. We are living in a world of binary systems. And you tell me, no, we know, these people are thinking about our freedom, these people are thinking about us. Nobody cares about your freedom. Wallahi, astaghfirullah al-azim, nobody cares about your freedom, nobody cares about your health. If they care about you, you say, my government made the marijuana legal. When they make it legal, doesn't mean that it's halal. Those people, the enemies of humanity, their target is to destroy the intellect of a person. Nobody cares about your freedom. If they really care about your health, they wouldn't promote the junk food. They wouldn't promote the tobaccos and cigarettes. They wouldn't promote alcohol. They promote all of that because they wanted to die with sickness. This is their war, the soft power or the soft war. They want you to die. They promote junk food. They promote alcohol. They promote cigarettes. They want you to die with sicknesses. They want you to die with diabetes. They want you to die with cancer. They want you to die with high blood pressure. This is their target. So don't tell me. And then you see them when somebody committed suicide. Now they show on the TV, our sincere condolences. We are sad for that. Hypocrisy. Wallahi, hypocrisy. Not all of them, but many of them. Nobody cares about your life. As I mentioned, their target is to destroy these enemies of humanity. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the ayah, وَاللَّهُ يُرِيدُ أَن يَتُوبَ عَلَيْكُمْ. Allah wishes to accept your repentance. Allah wants to see you repenting. وَيُرِيدُ الَّذِينَ يَتَّبِعُونَ الشَّهَوَاتِ أَن تَمِيلُوا مَيْلًا عَظِيمًا. And those people who follow their lusts, who follow their desires, they wish you to deviate tremendously away from the right path. They wish to see people behaving like animals by spreading all these drugs, illegal drugs, spreading alcohol. They on purpose, wallahi, on purpose, because they know in the mind, in the head of a human being, the value of or the joy that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave the man, which is the intellect, but they want to disable this virtue. They want him to disable this intellect. So they're spending money, they're spending time to make the person not to use his intellect and not to use his brain. As they call it, the distraction strategy. Distraction strategy, as we are living now in so many distractions. The distraction of the media, the distraction of the cell phones, the destruction of the intoxicants and drugs. It's a trap. Wallah, it's a trap. Which is why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the ayah, إِنَّ شَرَّ الدَّوَابِ عِنْدَ اللَّهِ الصُّمُّ وَالْبُكْمُ الَّذِينَ لَا يَعْقِلُونَ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala honored the man or the children of Adam, but those people, they want to humiliate the children of Adam. So subhanAllah, you see somebody who's drunk, sleeping in the road. This is the man which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala honored. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the ayah, إِنَّ شَرَّ الدَّوَابِ عِنْدَ اللَّهِ الصُّمُّ وَالْبُكْمُ الَّذِينَ لَا يَعْقِلُونَ. That the worst of moving, living creatures with Allah are those dumb and deaf who understand not. And I would like to advise every person to read the book that's called The Foolishness System. Wallah, it's a very good book, mashallah. The Foolishness System, you will understand so many things about these things, or about these people who are controlling the world. What's their target? What's their goal? Even they're using the universities, they're using everything. The media, the TV shows, everything just to control the mind or to control the intellect of a person. وآخر دعوانا الحمد لله رب العالمين. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.